Do you want to get a dog? Welcome back to Corky Gachas, and in this video, Blue Pot has reopened the pet shop as Pickles is going to return, and this is going to be your chance to get a doggo. But of course, I'm not here to discuss whether you're a dog lover or a cat lover, right? But more whether Pickles is worth your pulls. And in fact, there are a couple reasons why I can think of someone wanting to pull on the Pickles banner. First up being that Pickles is still a very relevant top tier support in the current like a 1.7. I think he's still in the upper echelon, definitely, even though there are existence of other units that I'm also going to touch on later. Regardless, knowing that, right, if you like a doggo and you also want to be somewhat meta, there is no conflict over here. Pickles can help you achieve that because of his damage increase ultimate, and also alongside that, right, the damage increase ultimate also deals quite a decent amount of damage, and notably it increases the whole team's damage including himself. And what's more, he does that through an AP generous way because of his clarified topics, which allows him to gain extra moxie even though he is technically just AFKing. So this is best example of an AP generous support unit, and support units are harder to be power crap. So this is definitely the first reason. Meta reasons, you cannot miss that. Secondly, and also the reason why I think a lot of people want to pull on this, is because of the 5-star pool as well. If you look at the 5-star pool, you can see Balloon Party, you can see Necrologist. Both of these units are extremely good in our patch 1.4 and also moving forward, given that there is the existence of raids, and not just raids, right? If you are a new beginner, you just started in maybe 1.3, you might be lacking Balloon Party, you might be lacking Necrologist. Having this banner over here alongside Doggo, right, it's really a powerful banner whereby you can't go wrong if you are a beginner. Just throw pulls on this one. If you have ample pool currency, right, you definitely be able to grab something good regardless of whether is it Balloon Party, whether is it Necrologist, or eventually Doggo Pickles, right? So all 3 units on this banner rate up are actually good units. And like I mentioned just now, right, and also the reason why I think Blue Pot is releasing this right now is because of Marsh creation rate. So Marsh creation rate is coming in a couple days, and a lot of people are looking to do well in this raid, right? But you might not have Calabuana, you might not have even Melania. You don't have good units like that to carry you in this raid. Pickles can be that unit. I've seen SSS clears with Pickles being the main carry, and of course in the raid you can also bring along Balloon Party. If you really want, you can also bring Necrologist, although it's more like if you have Pickles, you don't really want to bring Necrologist, but you can bring Necrologist for other raids, right? So from a raid perspective, right, this whole banner really focuses on that, right? It screams to me that they are trying to sell it with the Marsh creation raid. So this is definitely a good reason why if you want to go for triple S, you can definitely pick up Doggo on his Pickles banner. And of course, just like there are reasons to pull, there are reasons to skip. And compared to when he first initially launched in 1.1, I think his stock value has further dropped once again, especially since, right, back in 1.1 his banner value was low because of the future potential units which were in 1.2, TF, Two Fairy, as well as Jessica Changling. So honestly, these 2 units pull down his stock value, and now we are facing another good banner inside that can effectively replace Doggo, and that is the 6th banner. So honestly, this banner is in an unopportune time, so to speak. If you do not have enough pool currency, you really do not want to pool for Pickles, because that would mean that your effective pool currency for future units are going to be much lower, and all the future units are pretty dang good, if I were to say so myself. And also, like I mentioned, right, 6 is the banner that is going to pull down his stock, and if you look at it from that perspective, right, 6 is going to effectively provide a substitute for Pickles, in fact to a greater extent, because of his ability to be plopped into every single meta team. Hence, do you really need Doggo? If you really want to use Doggo, it'll probably be in the sub DPS slot instead of strictly as a support unit. So that meant that his value is further down, especially when you can get 6. And furthermore, as with all of these rerun banners, right, they are characters that are now part of the standard pool. So they are not exactly units that you can only get on this banner. You can effectively get it if you lose 50-50. I've seen that actually a couple times. Definitely happens. So with that in mind, right, the value of Pickles, if you want to pull for him specifically, of course you are trying to go for the banner, but your chance of getting him off banner, right, is also there. Hence, you really want to consider whether it is worth it in the event that you might accidentally get it by losing 50-50 on your 6th banner in the future banners. you really wouldn't know, right, whether this is going to be the case. So definitely something to consider, especially when we are in the view of a lot of power creeping coming in Reverse 1999. Now, of course, right, with Doggos, with Banner, we are only looking at one potential unit, but what you want to look at is, of course, what potential teams you can build optimally for the meta game. Definitely check out this video over here where I touch on that. I'll see you guys over there. This is Corky Gachas, signing off.